Hey, what's up, guys? This morning I want to give you an update on this upcoming winter storm and talk about what the pattern could be for the coming weeks. If you like this video, hit the like button. If you like the weather, please subscribe. Let's get into it. So first, let's take a look at the updated information. We will start with the latest GFS model. And here comes your storm. And this pretty much all stays the same. This just shifted a little bit more south. If you zoom in here, you see right about here, it's pretty strong here, and then as that low pressure system moves onto like Florida, it like reforms over on the East Coast, and in that period it gets really weak right about there, those two frames, and then it starts to strengthen again, but it doesn't really make it up the coast, and we're confident about that now. See nothing really in the common future. There's a little thing right here, and this could connect with that piece of energy, but it's looking very unlikely. And then, yeah, it stays pretty active, actually. But let's take a look at the Euro model, the 18Z, which I will tell you guys, it's even more far south. There comes your storm. It doesn't look as strong in this GFS. There it dissipates, and then it reforms. And you can see it's just crazy, because I've never seen a more southerly trend in my whole life, and this usually doesn't happen. It usually turns northward. But you can see this, compared to 2 days ago, it was like a nor'easter, which is crazy to think about. But you can see this, it's going to be a very much more local hit for this snowfall. And then this is the craziest run, the NAM. It's still liking the idea for widespread snow. There it comes. And then it reforms, and it becomes a really strong system, moves up the coast, and hangs around for a while. I don't think this is going to happen. The NAM still says it's tomorrow. Tomorrow, around the 12Z, then I'll have a little more confidence, but you can see how crazy it is with these totals, because it drops a widespread area in the Mid-Atlantic of 8+, and even up to 16. In Maryland. I don't think that's going to happen. It's going to be much more local. Let's look at the GFS model and the Euro model for total snowfall, because they show something very, very different. Here's your snowfall in the Great Plains and Midwest. You see up to 1.5 feet. That's definitely, the potential is there. Pretty confident about that now. I'll say that. Here's where we're not so confident. Where this, you see how sharp this cutoff is? You got nothing, and then you have 100 miles, you have 10 inches. So wherever this sets up, it's going to change. But it can only change so much in 24 hours, so it's not going to shift too much. And you see that one localized area at Virginia Beach, up to 15. I think someone's going to get a foot out of this, not more than a foot. I don't think that's very realistic. But it's going to be very cold, so it's going to be snowing on very powderfully, very heavy rates. And you can see how much more localized this is than on the Euro. And all the models agree with the GFS, not the Euro. The Euro is the outlier out of all four of the models, and the HRRR is in a range at. Here we go. Not as insane on the totals for Great Plains, up to a foot, and then even less impressive for this. It's even more far south, and that's crazy because it's not in Virginia Beach. It's in North Carolina, which they haven't had a big storm in 2 years, so this could be the biggest storm in a while. But you're still showing 8 to 10 inches. Virtually nothing for Delaware, parts of Maryland, Virginia 4 to 5. So where this access, we have a good idea. That's going to be somewhere in Virginia Beach, somewhere in Virginia or North Carolina, but we aren't 100% sure yet. Another thing I wanted to show is the temperature anomaly for the coming days. Anyway, guys, here is the temperature outlook, or not temperature outlook, but the temperatures according to the Euro, which GFS shows the same thing, but this actually gives you numbers in Fahrenheit. So you can see -40 record-breaking temperatures. And this is the 18th, this is the 19th, and you see right around the 18th, it starts to drop down. And right around the 19th, right when the storm was taking place, -40 degrees, which is absolutely crazy. This is below zero, by the way, or I mean, this is below average. So -40 below average, which is crazy. Chance for record-breaking temperatures, and you see it kind of works its way east, and eventually it's on out of here. And then you see that warm air coming at the end of the model run, which is what I want to look at next. Here we have the 8 to 14 day temperature outlook, and you can see how so in the next 8 days it's going to be cold, very below normal, and then it's going to move out to the east, and then you can see since it's just moving out, the eastern half is going to be pretty normal, and then the whole 70% of the United States is going to go below or above average, and that's because there's going to be a ridge forming, and that is why you're going to have these above average temperatures, and it's also going to mean less chances for snow. So winter is might be, at least for the eastern U.S., it might be on its way out. Here's a temperature outlook. You can see in the southeast and the eastern U.S. Near normal, and then you can see in the west it's still very dry, and in the central and northwestern part it's a little bit more above average temperature, what's it called, precipitation. What about the next monthly look? You can see it's below in the southwest and the southeast in Florida, Georgia, and South Carolina. You can see that it's above in the Great Lakes area and in the very northwestern part, which that's just because you have your atmospheric river going from the west coast, going on to the west coast. And other than that, it's pretty normal. So what about the next month? We won't look at the 3 months because it's not that much, not that useful. But you can see the next month you have below temperatures in the north, and in the whole entire southern and eastern part of the United States. You have very high temperature above averages. So I do think that we're going to start to warm up soon, and in the eastern U.S. at least, and in the majority of the U.S. We might have an early start to spring. So yeah, if you guys like the video, hit the like button. If you like my channel, please subscribe. See ya.